Good morning from Botswana. I'd like to introduce you to one of the largest floods since 1969. Let's start with some satellite comparisons from January, February, March into April. This satellite image is from January 2020. You'll notice there's not much water in the system. Still a little bit of water out to the east because that's where most of the water went out last year. The next slide is from February. Still a little bit of water remaining in the eastern side of the Okavango Delta, but not much happening. In March, we had some good localized rain, and it was overcast for a large part of the month, which thus stopped the evaporation process and would have helped the flood as it came in from the panhandle. And here we have it, 21st of April 2020. Look at that water coming in. Just going to shift back to January 2020 and then shift back again to April the 21st, 2020. There's a huge amount of water coming down the Boro. The water hasn't broken its banks yet. As you can see, it's following the channel itself, the Boro. Still got a lot to fill up. There's a lot of thirsty Kalahari sand out there. Around Kakaba and Racha Lagoon, the flood has broken its banks, and as you can see, elephants are having an absolute blast. Take note, this is only the first spike of water that's actually coming down into the Okavango Delta. If you remember the graph, you'll see that there are two spikes, both in the color red for 2020. What we're seeing now is only the first spike. The second spike is only hitting the panhandle now. Slowly but surely starting to rise in Sepupa. Those of you who would like to know where Sepupa is, it's on the panhandle. I'm zooming in now. There it is. And a few days ago, the water was rising there about 2 centimeters a day. So now that the whole system is saturated with water from the first spike, that second spike, which is even larger, is going to make its way all the way over the Okavango Delta, down the middle part, western side of Chiefs Island, and reach Maun. So we're expecting a beautiful flood to reach Maun, hopefully end of May, if we're lucky. We're absolutely blessed to have this water coming down into the Okavango Delta. If you compare what happened last year, it's the driest I've actually ever seen the Okavango Delta. So while the Okavango Delta is flooding, there's another channel right up in the north. It's known as the Salinda Spillway, which joins the Okavango Delta with the Kwando Linyanti system and has a huge influence and impact on the flowing of the Savudi Channel. This is flowing very strong at the moment, estimating to be 4 to 5 kilometers per day. So let's focus on that on the next episode of this great flood.